Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and I am back to work on the Junk Mail Folio. Today I'm working on the third panel and the first panel. The third panel is a series of flips, like 2 or 3 flips. I already have everything cut and measured and ready to go, so I'm just adding the adhesive and actually putting the parts together. So here I am adding double-sided tape or score tape and a little glue, so that gives me a little wiggle room to get things lined up. And I'm just trying to make sure I get it as straight as possible. If you're interested in the tools that I use, the tools and supplies that I use, I will have them listed in the description box below. Here I'd already added the tape to this flap, and I'm just adding a little glue, mitering the edges, which I should do before I do all of that, but I tend to forget. And I wasn't sure that I needed to miter the edges on this panel. So I'm adding this flip. I had a few mistakes with this panel, and I put the adhesive on the wrong side, so that is why there's already tape on the back of that one. And this is the last flip that I'll be adding. Putting the tape on, burnishing it, and mitering the corners. And I finally get the order of things correct on this one. So I'm removing the tape backing, and I'm going ahead and adding the glue and adding the flap to the panel. Again, trying to make sure everything is lined up just right. And I'm going ahead and inking the edges, which I should have done before I glued the pieces on. But I don't know. I just get in a hurry to put the pieces together and forget steps. So I need to slow it down and try to remember what order I need to do things in. So here I'm going to add the closure with some sheer red ribbon. And I'm just tying a bow on the front and trimming off the length that I feel like I'm going to need. Here I'm going to go ahead and attach the ribbon to the back of the panel. Just finding the center of the ribbon and using some artist tape to hold it in place. Go ahead and tie it back just to make sure everything is how it should be. And doing a little dry fitting to make sure that our panel is going to fit. And then I look at the stacked envelopes, and it had white sheer ribbon, so I decided to take that off and use red. And I'm using the red because there are a lot of red roses throughout this paper collection. And I also will link to the paper collection in the description box below. So here I'm going to work on the first panel. This is the expandable envelope that I made originally. And I decided to take the baker's twine off. I had a red and white baker's twine on it, and I had found this hemp string in Walmart just by accident, really. I'd received some Happy Mail that had a string like this on it. It was a little thicker though, and I just happened to find it. So I think it's perfect for these types of closures. It's nice and thin, but it's very sturdy. So I'm replacing the baker's twine with the hemp string. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the score tape to the envelope, and I'm going to make it like a pocket. So I'm not going to glue it down completely, just on 3 sides. And even if I don't use the pocket, at least I have it available to be used, but I'm pretty sure I will add something to the pocket. So here I'm adding a little wet glue so that, again, I have a little wiggle room to make sure that I get it lined up just right. So I'm placing the envelope carefully, making sure to stay away from the fold, but I'm also wanting to keep it away from the left side so that if I do decide to put something in the pocket, there is room to pull that out. Here I'm going to go ahead and place the third panel down. I'm removing the accidental score tape. It was underneath the ribbon. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a piece of score tape over that ribbon just to make sure that it's held in place. Adding the score tape to the other side. I'm going to do this like a pocket too. And as I was editing this video, I realized that I made a mistake in that if it's a pocket, whatever I slide in the pocket could possibly get caught on the exposed ribbon back there, and I should have taped it completely, but I didn't. But hopefully it won't be an issue. I'm taking off the backings of the tape and again adding the wet glue on 3 sides. And I'm going to place it down on the Junk Mail Folio base. And again, making sure everything is lined up, nothing too close to the fold. I opened up that panel and burnished it down, make sure everything is folding like it should be. Here I have the center panel pieces, and I think I'm going to save that for another video. I was just playing around with how we'll cover the inside spine, but that is going to be it for today's video. We will do the center panel in the next video. I'm going to tie that sheer ribbon around this to kind of start holding the pieces together, holding the panels together, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.